in the United States, London, wherever, you know what I mean,
Yes.
you were educated through the colonial system, so to speak. But you have a responsibility, or we have a responsibility as nationalists.
That's right.
And I know they exist, okay? Because for the little that I have investigated and found out about you,
I hope you ain't find out too much.
um,
It's a lot I don't want to come out on here.
No, I have to congratulate you to say, after being to the same institution of learning or higher institution than many others have gone, you have returned. And now to see what you have done and what you are doing to help the little man. There are many attorneys, as I have learned, who on a Friday plays golf or drive their boats, whatever have you. And I have learned that Dion Hanna goes to the penitentiary, Fox Hill, to visit or to try and help young men, unfortunately, who have gotten into scrapes with the law. Now, what I'm trying to say is, if a lot more people with the education, okay, would really take the time out to help those less fortunate, then we wouldn't be having the crime spree and the things that is happening in the Bahamas now, because there would be a greater knowledge of self.
That's right.
So what I'm trying to say is, for those who are before my young brother right here, I am going to be very hard on them by telling them, cut your foolishness out. It's time for you to do more than you have done. And if you live behind the gates of wherever, I am trying to say to you, let us come together to do what is necessary to be done before we're all deprived of the freedom that we have right now.
But Brother Ali, it's like this ball of cotton. I hope we can get it on the camera. This is across the road. I sat down waiting to go to court, and I saw this stuff flying off the trees. It's all over the ground. It is some of the finest cotton in the world, but it's wasting on the ground and turning to compost. So we have really, our power is, our freedom is in our hands. It's right in front of us every day. We don't know what it is. You can make blankets with it. You can make pillowcases with it. You can make shirts with it. This is something that is empowerment, and we as a people have slept on this for over 500 years. We only dealt with it when we were slaves. Now we are free people. We don't know what to do with it. And it's right here in our community. It grows wild on every island, and we are sleeping on it. And this is just one raw material. We have a host of raw materials, but we have to wind up now, and I just want you to be able to close off to Brother Anku, you need to let us know about the we can close off the session now. So you need to let us know a little bit more about the program that's going to be in 2 weeks. When exactly is it going to be?
Okay, it's going to be the very first week of June.
Okay.
All right, venue to be announced. When the brother and the sister come here, we would like to bring them back on the show.
Oh man, I'd be honored to have them.
But look out on your email, look out on the talk shows. We'll be talking about it. But the very first week of June,
okay,
we can have about 2 to 3 days of us coming together and discussing fairy tales and more. Wherever
we can look for you guys to come back on our show and really develop this
Definitely.
Because it's really an important point that we've been discussing.
And thank you.
We want you to please take a look at our website. It's bpanc.ning.org. No, sorry, .com. Please, we're going to put up on notice at the end of the program so you can contact us. We'll also put up the details for Journey Home Group. Please have a look at these sites because they're empowering. And remember, our freedom is in our hand. Our empowerment is in our hand. I just let you guys say goodbye, good night. And
I would if we can just inject this, because I was just looking at, since we're talking about empowerment, I look at what you're wearing. I look at what you're wearing. I look at what I'm wearing. This is a patchwork of different pieces, which represent my ancestors going way back. Each individual piece of fabric is sewn together. I can remember when we used to make quilts for the bed. I remember when we made our own clothing. So when we're talking about empowerment, can you imagine if we go back to the dashikis or stop doing sewing for ourselves?
Yeah.
We have some of the best tailors right here.
Yeah.
Why aren't we providing for ourselves what we have what we rely on others to provide for us? And if we do this in this tight economic times, to me, we would not be so dependent on others to do what we can personally do for ourselves.
All power to you, my brother, all power. But Anku, you want to say a few minutes for his probably?
I just want to commend you again for this show, and I want people to tune in, tell people about it, because this is just the beginning. There are a lot of things that we have to do as a people. We always ask the question, why? How come? How we can change it? The change begins with you. The change begins with us all.
Self-improvement.
And this type of show is a step in the right direction. So I just want people to support it. So
And if I may just inject this last thing, please let us know. Mr. Hannah had given you the numbers to reach him at. Let us know what you think of the show. Let Mr. Jones know what should he continue to have us on. In other words, we just don't want to come, sit down, take up your time. We are about moving ahead. So we look forward to hear from you as to how do you like what we are doing. And we need your sponsorship, please, if we are to continue.
Thank you. Good evening. Thank you for being with us. Good evening. Thank you.